Isla Muerta, Island of Death. The literal translation is Dead Island. I've got a feeling this is going to be a challenging one, but hey, when have you ever known me turn away from a challenge? It's the second island and the goal today was to finish it, but I will tell you now that didn't happen. Why? Well, I think you'll understand once we get there. If you remember from last time, this place was being battered by a storm when we got here, and it was badly damaged. So we start by hopping into a jeep and getting everywhere fixed up, including, most importantly, the fences. With that done, we might actually need some dinosaurs in the dinosaur park. Shocking, I know. Though we begin with the first, a good old Triceratops. And now we'll actually be naming our dinos after followers, because I actually remembered that was the thing I should do this episode. We then continue with building up our infrastructure and also just generally the area, and also trying to snap a picture of our Triceratops drinking, the things we'll do for money. We also get a this is going to be difficult, Struhiomimus made, the cheapest of dinosaurs, but it is something we haven't had yet here. It did in the last one, not here. Then we get things like fossil centres put together and such, because, you know, new area, new dinos, but we've got to work for them and unlock them. Fossils are also a money source, and we need to sell some considering our current lack of capital and profit. We also introduced our second Triceratops and also finally get that picture, which helps. I did kind of forget to give them any food though, so my dinosaurs that are named after followers and friends were sort of starving. Whoops. We continue our expansion, even get a new dino, but then we get an issue. We've got a storm coming. The storm, thankfully, wasn't the issue I was expecting it to be, although it did slow me down. We also got slowed down by our Triceratops Gina getting sick, although we managed to research the cure quickly enough and then administer it via firearm. Then we get a new creation lab, and then we have our second enclosure. We can make a Velociraptor now, but that's fucking expensive, so I will take some time. In the meanwhile, I get things ready. And here we are, a Velociraptor. I mean, look at her, she's awesome. I named it after a friend that we made clever girl jokes before, and literally as I was thinking that, boom, got that as an achievement. She seems happy until I get a notification. Fence broken. Yup. Judith got out, and now she's about to kill everybody. And I don't even have the facilities to deal with an escaped dinosaur. The first step was to get them built. Do keep in mind, as I'm doing construction, she's eating people. And a tropical storm is on the way, because it wasn't already hard enough. It takes some time, but we do eventually get the clever girl sedated. Then I get everything fixed, and I create a second raptor. Why did I do such an obviously stupid thing? Because at the time, I thought that was the solution. I thought the problem was lack of company. So I put the two raptors together because, you know, two raptors in one enclosure that's already been broken out of. What could go wrong? What do you think? They got out and left a pile of corpses. Once more, emergency shelter, and courtesy of all those murders, I've had my money drained to such an extent I cannot even afford to repair the fences. I sell some fossils to make money, but I still have two raptors on the loose. Raptors are hard to sedate, but we do eventually get them down. Afterwards though, well, I've trashed everything so much I have to reload. I mean, I still have the first wild one to contend with, but at least I didn't make the later mistakes. We decided at this point to cut the losses and saddle off to another facility, because clearly we are not capable of handling raptors yet. It's a shame, because they're cool, but it is what it is. And now we're going to focus on rebuilding and getting the island back to where it should be. Also finishing missions, like the photography one, just generally getting things back on track. That also means making money, which is why I sold a dinosaur, and, you know. I do end up making a couple of Edmontosauruses for myself, because I realised I didn't actually have any. I mean, they're dopey dinos, but I like them. We end up expanding that original enclosure too, because it was too small. One of the Edmontosauruses got sick, but we handled that quickly enough. Then we continued the expansion. I mean, you see the hotel, but obviously we're building other stuff for tourists as well. And then I get something awesome. An Ankylosaurus, a new dinosaur for us, and hopefully one that won't try and kill everything. I hope so too, because I also gave it a friend. We have to open up the shelters again and do some repairs, but this time thankfully it was just a storm. After that we've got a Coryphosaurus, new dinos. All herbivores this time, since, you know, the last time we had carnivores, they ate our guests. It's almost like this is a Jurassic Park or something. The expansion continues as we make money, and then we go for a really big project, enclosure number 3. Then I take a break from that to make Kami. Kami specifically is our new Nathu Triceratops. So, like a Triceratops, but not. Anyway, I have access now to better fences that hopefully won't be so easily broken, so maybe it's a good idea. Also, maybe I can have carnivores in the new enclosure if I have better fences. Though it does seem you can have the same issues with herbivores, because I'm not sure why, but the new Nathotriceratops is on the loose. He won't eat our guests, but he will and did trample them. Grabbed him, picked him up, put him back, started replacing the fence. Got something stronger so he couldn't get through. Though, of course, he just went through it anyway. I thought the issue might be a lack of company, because according to his stats it was, so I made him a friend. And yet, no matter what I did, he continued to try and break through the fence. I cannot, at this point, really fathom why he is. But it keeps happening. Actually, that's a lie. It got worse. Remember his friend? They broke out together. So in the end, I realised they had to move on as well. But unfortunately, with that, this is when we have to leave it. I was so close to finishing the island, but because of their rampage, my ranking has dropped right down to less than 1 star. And I'm not really sure why it keeps happening. I think next time I'm going to start from the beginning, try again, see if I can't figure out, through the help of guides and such, exactly what all my problems were. With any luck, we can get off Dead Island next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching and being here. My name, as always, has been EvolvedPixel, and I will see you very, very soon.